Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict, and in today's video I offer a variety show. So for the variety shows, I pull bits and bobs of different things that I already do on the channel and I put it into one video for you to enjoy. So if this is of interest to you, please sit back and enjoy the show. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. I'm super happy that you found me and thank you for checking out my video. If you're not new here and you're returning, well, welcome back. I'm super grateful and thankful you have returned. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a yarn bagging. Well, for part of the video. As you can see, I have tons of big twists on either side of me here. I have huge bags of big twists on either side of me here below the table. And so recently, over the last 6 to 8 weeks, once I learned Joann's was closing, I made several trips to Joann and I made purchases of big twist yarn. And so I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to showcase the yarn because if you've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times. But if I do showcase it, it's going to be during a yarn bagging. And so here we are with the big twist. Now, this isn't everything. It's just part of it. But I'm going to be using my resealable bags from last year. So it's been about a year since I've done a yarn bagging. And as I've gone through the stash, I held on to the bags and I said to myself, when needed, I'm going to reuse them again. So here they are. I can't believe I've gone through this much yarn. It's very surprising to me. Anyway, after this, I have an unboxing. So I recently purchased a Stanwood Tabletop Swift. It's my very first one. Now I have the umbrella one, but I didn't own the tabletop one. So we're gonna open that together. I don't know how to put it together. Maybe I can figure it out with you guys. We're gonna do that together. If time permits, I may go ahead and open this up and put it on the Swift and cake this up. Who knows? Or I may pull out a whip. We're just going to let the video go where it goes. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to jump into this. But first, please make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. I have a goal as of the date of this video. I am approaching 37K, so fingers crossed. With your help, I can get there. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. I think you're going to really like what my show and what my channel has to offer. And so without further ado, I'm just going to sip on the coffee. So I recently acquired this mug from Temu. It's very retro. I love this. So nice. And I have coffee on the inside, obviously. It's what counts the most. It's Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. It's my favorite. I talk about it all the time. It's so good. It is so good. Anyway, let's jump right into this. So how are all of you guys? I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are well. Here in Nowhere, Delaware, it is just horrible outside. It is wet, it is soggy, it's dreary, it's dark, which is why I chose yellow first. It's sunny, it's yellow, it's all the things. For those of you guys who are not familiar with Big Twist comes to us from Joann. Joann is closing, so I went ahead and made some purchases, and so I'm going to be putting this into these bags, and then I'm going to put the bags into a container and put the container into a storage unit. I am going to be doing some redecorating in the near future, and so I thought to myself, let's get organizing. So you may see a few of these organizing videos in the near future on my channel. I may take you into the yarn room. We're going to do some organizing in there. So just stay tuned. Anyway, I need to start bagging. It's kind of the point, right? So I'm going to try and keep like colors together. These bags are 2.5 gallon bags. And I'm not exactly sure if I'm doing this correctly. It's been about a year since I've bagged yarn. So let's see. We'll do 3 across and 1 on the top. I think that's how I did it last year. Yep. And yes. And I don't close them all the way because it needs to breathe. I just leave it like that. Now, I could punch holes in the bag, but I'm reusing these bags and I don't know if I may need to seal it all the way next time. Anyway, there it goes. Bag number 1 of I don't know how many. Oh, it's so good. I'm so thankful that I'm able to reuse these bags. You know, when I did the first video of the bagging videos, I said to myself, I really hope that I hold true to my word and I really do reuse these bags, and I'm very thankful I stuck to it. You know, so it's good to reuse these bags. I think they have several more uses in them, you know. So 3 going up and down, 1 across. Now this colorway here is varsity yellow, I believe. Yes. The first one is pale yellow. The yarn smells so good. So pale yellow and varsity yellow side by side. Very slight variation, but very clear difference. Now, if I don't have enough of one colorway to fit a bag, then what I'm going to do is just mix the bag. It's no big deal, you know. It's a lot easier to move 4 skeins at one time than to dig and move 1 at a time. It becomes very haphazard. So I highly recommend that, you know, you have some system in place, maybe not bagging like me, but just some system that makes sense for you, you know. In this process, I've tried already with the bigger bags. I purchased these huge bags from the $1.25 tree. It holds 10 skeins, 5 and 5 side by side. But the problem with that is when you go to seal it, it doesn't stay flat. The skeins just kind of sit on top of one another, and then it just looks very sloppy. So I'm going to stick to what works. And for me, this is what works. Now, I've gone through more yarn than this in 1 year, but as far as storage and the bags and things, because through the year, I've made purchases for projects and things, and I've used that yarn right away. And I believe before I used resealable bags like this, I don't know if I have any in this bag, but I have the ones where you peel off the little tab and fold over. I still have those, and I have been reusing them, but they're not as durable as this. So, and in my opinion, it doesn't matter if it's hefty or if it's store brand. If it's the slide, it works great. If it's the one where you have to find the ridge and slide your hand over like this, doesn't matter. I just think that this material here is great for reusable purposes, you know? So anyway, I have to stay focused. I have lots of skeins to bag up. And hopefully I have enough of these bags to go the distance here. And even with all of this here, I still have more in the living room that I still have to bag up. So I have one oddball. Now I've gone through the piles here, and this is the one oddball yellow left. So I will sit this on the recliner. All right, so there's that. All right, now the $1.25 tree also sells these huge bags, and I believe they come 6 in a box. This is from the $1.25 tree, and they work just as great. I mean, I prefer hefty because they have this reinforced ridge across the top that keeps it from tearing, but it does the job. It's perfectly fine, you know. 6 for $1. I can't remember how many boxes I purchased, and I can't even remember how much this actually costed at the time. But these bags are a few years old, because before the very first bagging video, I had these bags in my pantry. So there is that. All right. Okay. So I think what I need to do, I'm going to place this on a brief pause, clear the yellows, and I may just start pulling from the piles here. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I made some adjustments so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me slide this back. Much, much better. Okay. Sip the coffee. I'm not sure that you guys can hear me, but I'm just going to go on full faith that you can. All right. So these are the ones from the $1.25 tree, and I'm going to do 3 up and down and 1 across, and it should fit just the same. They're no different. They're the same size. So let's just see. Perfect. And perfect. And I don't seal it all the way. It needs to breathe. So I'll just sit that down there to keep the table clear. So I have just one of, let me see, hold on. This is cornflower blue, and this here is sky blue. What color is this? This is rust. This is 2 rusts. I need 4 of each colorway here. So, okay, I have 4 sapphires. We can get that bagged up. I do have other bags here. These are smaller bags. These are the 2-gallon bags, not the 2.5. I use this for cakes. So if you remember, for those of you guys that have been around, I had a huge amount of mandala cakes from Lion Brand. These 2-gallon bags fit 4. Yep, they fit 4 perfectly. Anyway, I'm not bagging any of those up, so let's do sapphire. 1, 2, 3, and 1 across the top, just like that. Perfect. Let's not close that all the way so it can breathe. Perfect. All right. So I have 2 purples, 3 purples. I have lavender. Do I have a purple somewhere? No. So I have 3 rusts. Is this rust? Yes, I have 4 rust. So let's just do it. Hopefully I have enough bags to bag this up. I already know I'm gonna need more. I've placed my order on Amazon. So hopefully that comes in a reasonable amount of time. Because as I mentioned, I plan on redecorating. I'm not sure what the plan is. I have made a call out to some friends of mine that do interior design. They're always so busy. So if I'm able to get a hold of them, maybe they can give me some pointers. I'm not going to have them come to the house. They're very busy. But I'm going to tell them kind of sort of what I'm looking for. And hopefully they can give me some insight on how to get that ball rolling. So we shall see what becomes of that. So I have orange. This is Varsity Orange. Love it. Do I have a 4th? Do I hear 4? No. I don't see 4 just yet. But I do see red. I love red. It's my 2nd favorite color behind dark purple. If you're new here, I love dark purple. Aubergine is the color of choice. It's a very rich dark purple. And my 2nd favorite color is red. The more vibrant the red, the more in love with it I am. So there it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I plan on working up some projects with those colors. It's just that I have everything on the hook as I always do, and I can never find the time. Can we please have 30 hours in a day? I would really appreciate it. So this color here is called Mint. Now, I don't know if I've done the specs, but that's okay. No time like the present. They all have the same specs, right? The only difference is the color. So this is Mint, and these are 380 yards, 6 ounces, 347 meters, 170 grams. It is a medium 4-weight yarn. They recommend a 5mm crochet hook, a 5mm knitting needle, and it is very soft, very squish. All of this is made in Turkey, and it has the Oeko-Tex Standard 100. It has been tested and approved against tons of things, and it doesn't really have that saying like some of the other brands do. it has the wording where it says this has been tested and approved against X amount of all the things, but this doesn't have that. It just says Okotex standard 100. So maybe it's tested and approved against 100 harmful substances and chemicals and things. Anyway, this is machine washable. It says lay flat to dry, but I have to tell you, this can totally be put in the dryer. I've worked tons of projects up with the Big Twist, and there's nothing wrong with putting it in the dryer. So there is that. Anyway, so we have mint here, we had rust. I'm trying to make sure to at least tell you the names of the colorways. So we had sapphire, we had rust, pale yellow, varsity yellow. So as we work through the stash, I'll be sure to mention it as best as I can. We have more rust. So there's 2 rusts, there's 3 rusts. Do I hear a 4? Okay, I see a 4th rust. Okay. It's like playing Go Fish. You have to find the colors, right? In the whole pile of colors. Now, when I brought this in here earlier, I said, I'm going to have one heck of a time trying to find all the colors to get this done. But somehow, some way, we're making it work. And I love that for us. It's so good. All right, so we're working through the bag. Crinkle alert. All the crinkles. This is such a great color. This here is called Wine. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful, beautiful dark burgundy. I love that color. It's so, so good. You know, Big Twist was not a friend of mine when I first came onto the YouTube streets. The quality of the Big Twist a year and a half ago versus now, completely different. It was, to me, it was very splitty. But over the course of the last year and a half, the quality improved. I'm like, wait a minute. This is great. I really enjoy working with the Big Twist. Now, I do have favorites, and Big Twist for 2024, I'm not sure if it made my top 5. I think it did. But with Joann closing, it's going to be really tough to include it for 2025. So, you know, I try to make it a point to go over like my favorites, you know. So I did it in 2023. I did it in 2024. And so when 2025 comes around and it's time for me to do that video, it's going to be really tough to talk about Big Twist because all the months will go by and no Big Twist. So it's a little sad situation, but we're going to make the best out of it, right? I'm just trying to piece this together and find 4 light blues, and I think I've done it. Maybe not. Okay, so this is cornflower. This here is cornflower, and is this cornflower? Yes, it is. So we're going to bag up some cornflower. Very, very good. I do have a bunch of the Big Twist that will be placed into mystery boxes, but since Joann closed or is closing, I have withdrawn the amount of which, how much I'm going to be sharing, only because it's going to be really hard for me to get this yarn. So I am sharing some, but not all of it. When I first thought about doing mystery boxes, yes, I was going to put all the Big Twist in the boxes, but I thought to myself, you know, it's just not fair to myself to just get rid of all the Big Twist and not be able to have it for myself. So I am going to be sharing some in the boxes, but it's not going to be nearly as much as I thought it was going to be, which is fine because I have all the other yarns. I have all the other yarns. Okay, so what color is this? Is this the forest? Yes, we're lucking out. Okay, great. So let me see here. Perfect. Now, if I can get through this yarn here without having to go and get more, then we're going to be in a really good place because, like I said, placed my order on Amazon. What I have in the living room can sit and wait until that order gets here. So I have one. Do I have any? Okay, we're going to do red. When I see 4, I get excited. I'm like, wait, I can do the things. I'm surprised that I only have 3 oranges. I love a good orange. By no means is it my favorite color, but it is a very happy color. Oh, we lost the wine. Let me put that over there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And then I need the tape because this 4th one here decided to go bonkers on me here. I'm using gift wrap tape from the holidays. All right, so there's that. Let's not seal that all the way. And I think olive drab is going to be next. So olive drab, 1, 2, let's see here. Nope, olive drab is not next. It's looking like toffee is next. 1, 2, 3. Maybe? No, that's camel. Do I not have... Oh, here it is. I thought I saw 4. Is this it? Yes, toffee. So this is toffee. It's a beautiful, beautiful hue of brown. Love that. All right. You know, it's funny that, you know, when I pull the yarn out of these bags, I don't seal it back up. But then when I grab it, you know, I'm like going in the wrong direction. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I've been waiting to do this for quite some time. I may have mentioned it in a recent video that, you know, I was just waiting for this video to happen because I can get some cleanup going on. What is behind me? Oh, that's... Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the titanium gray. That's titanium gray. It's giving me like a silverish medium gray. It's really nice. This is a colorway that I haven't worked with yet. There really wasn't a need because I've been using, it's like a darker gray charcoal. That's typically my go-to gray, the charcoal gray, or like a slate gray. I really do enjoy that. Love that colorway. I found another olive drab. Do I have 4? No, just 3. All right, so what colorway is this? Now see, this is called Fig. This is a beautiful, beautiful color here. Now just take this and make it darker. You have Aubergine. I'll show you that again. It's very, very nice. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, what do we have here? So this is Fig, this is Fig. Where did I put Fig? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 figs. 4 figs in a pear tree. So good. So I don't know if I asked you guys this yet, but forgive me for not asking sooner. How are all of you guys? I hope you're well. What are you guys working on? Do you guys have a WIP in tow? Do you have a long-term project you're working on? Sound off in the comments below. Tell me all the things. All the things. So there's that. This is such a great color. This is dark teal. Very, very nice. Okay. I have, do I have room behind me yet? Okay. So I have 3 navy blues. Let me slide back. Okay. I have no 4Bs yet, right? 2Zs, 3Bs, 4Bs. All right, I'm gonna put my reusable bags over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough bags. I may have more Big Twist than I do bags. But for what I have here, I'm literally just going to try and match as much as I can, as best as I can. So I see 3 more mints. No, I'm gonna go this way so it doesn't fall off the sofa. Okay, I found a 4th mint. Perfect. So I originally got these for my mom. I went to go give them to her and she said to me, Juan, I already have like 6 of these. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. You don't want it? I'll take it back. She's like, go ahead. She's like, but if I need it, I'm going to ask you first. I'm like, okay, sounds good. And fortunately for me, my storage unit is pretty big. It's about the size of the squirrel's nest here. And typically I keep my yarn bins in there, but I took them out, put them in the attic during Boggy Creek so that I had a space for all the blankets, you know? We had that goal where we were trying to get to 3,000, and I said, well, if we're going to get to 3,000, I'm going to need all the space. So I brought the yarn back to the house, and I put the bins up in the attic. And so, yep, the bins are in the attic right now. The storage unit is empty. I think I have empty skeins. I'm going to go on a field trip really quick. I'm going to keep talking. Okay, so that's not going to work. I'm going to wind up sitting on them. Let's see here. See, this might not be the best place to do the bagging, but it's the most comfortable place to do the bagging, which is why I chose it. And that's okay. I don't mind. I have more red. And I have the 4th olive drab. We were looking for that. All right, so that's 1 empty bag. Let's see here. Yep, so we officially have this side free of all the loosies. We have all the skeins here, except this and a small bag right here. So let me just go ahead and bring this up. Ooh, we have yellow, more yellow. This is great. I have more sapphire. I have purple. I think we needed a 4th purple, so I'll put that there. This is watermelon. I promise it's not pink. It says it's watermelon. It does give off pink vibes. It really does. But we have a 3rd red, watermelon. So when I purchased my Big Twist, I tried to do packs of 4 because I knew that my bagging videos, like when I bag up the Big Twist, 4 fit in a bag. I just couldn't remember how I arranged it, but I knew 4. Okay. Perfect. So I officially have all of the yarn out, which is going to make this process hopefully go very quick. So let's do the yellow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. And see, some of these bags I never had a chance to actually use. But I'm gonna try and use these ones first. All right. Oh, there I went in the wrong direction again. All right, so let's do slime next. This is slime. It's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter green. Love it. 2, 3. I saw the 4. Oh, here it is. 4. This is so, so good. All right. Next, we're going to do navy blue. 1, 2, actually no. This is navy blue, and this here is their varsity blue. So you can see the difference between the blues. There you go. This is varsity blue, this is navy blue. So we're gonna do navy blue. 1, 2, oops, we have a loose wrapper here. Where's the tape? There we go. Perfect. There was a 4th one. I don't know what happened to it. When I find it, I'll put it away. But for now, that's where it will sit. All right, the question of the day. Do I have enough bags to do this in its entirety? Fingers are crossed. Hopefully this all works. I have, what is this, camel? 1, 2, let's see, what is that one? That one's camel. And I believe that one is camel. So here is camel, and it's a bit of a leaker. That's okay. Luckily, it's going in the bag, so there's not much leaking happening. So 3 and 4. Just like that. We have sage. We have 4 sages. The 4 stages of sage. So good. I just noticed it right here, which is perfect. And I just love how fast this goes. I just saw we have 4 reds. I'm so surprised how much red we have. This is so good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and we have 4 watermelons. This is watermelon. I'll show you once again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finally, we have 4 grapes. This is grape. I love this color. So good. The darker the purple, the happier I am. I love it. Okay. Let's get that in there. Perfect. And perfect. Let's see. So it looks like, oh, here they are. Okay, I was about to say, I think I ran out. Oh, all right, so we have 4 olive drabs. I'm looking around to see what I have. I'm gonna have some leftovers, and that's okay. What I may do is put the leftovers in a bigger bag and then put the leftovers on the wall and use them up for projects, or I may put those ones in mystery boxes as well. Yeah, I may do that. Mystery boxes. I just like having the organization of the 4s, you know? So I have, what is this, sapphire? Yeah, this is sapphire, leaking and everything. So I have 1, 2, it looks like this is all the leftovers. All right, so, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I don't have 4 of anything. So I'm just gonna put all of this in here. Well, not this. I need this. Yes, because I only have highlighter orange up there on the wall. I need varsity orange. But as for the rest of this is all fair game mystery boxes. Love it. I was supposed to make that announcement on the Sunday live, but we wound up doing all the other things and that never happened. So I'm going to have to make an announcement on the podcast on when all of that is going to happen. So stay tuned. Let me go ahead and seal this. The only thing about this is it's a little difficult to find that ridge and keep it. Well, maybe it's not hard. Maybe it's just user error. Okay. So there is that one. And I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Some actually fell. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ugh. Let me open this back up. I see 4 lilacs. I don't want to waste any. Well, none of it's going to be wasted. Let's just be clear about that. But if I can put the true misfits in this box, meaning not 4 box bag. Oh, it's been a day. Hold on. Okay. It's always good to hold on to your tape from the holidays. You never know when you're going to need it. And this is one of those times. This is great. All right. So I only had 3 midnight blues, but something tells me that in the living room, I may have a 4th one for that one. So I will keep all of that intact. Okay. Let me just go ahead and place these 2 in here. We're just swapping out the colors. So this bag is all the ones that I don't have 4 of. So that's great. I wonder if this could be an entire mystery bag on its own. No, it can't be. It's got to have some variety. All right, so there we have it. I'm going to go ahead and place those on a brief pause and get this all cleaned up, and let's move on to the next portion of the variety show, which is the unboxing of the Tabletop Swift. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I am back. Everything is cleaned up. It looks a lot nicer over here. All right, so I have this Stanwood Needlecraft Tabletop Amish style wooden yarn swift. I got this off of Amazon. I will give you guys the link in the show notes. By the way, I am an Amazon affiliate, and if you use my link to get this, it offers a few cents on the dollar that I will use to put back into the channel. So if you're not going to get it, at least check it out. It's no big deal. But I thank you in advance for your support. So this is what the box looks like. And this is the label there. And then it's got a sticker here. It says Stanwood on the sticker. I guess to let us know that it's official. So let's go ahead and bring the things out. Okay. So in the box we have some wooden dowels. So it looks like we have, so 4 long ones and 1 short one, as you can see there. 4 long, 1 short. We have 2 feet, it looks like. So there's that. And then we have 2 of these. Interesting. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. It's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Just put it together like it's Legos. Anyway, let me not attempt that until I read the directions. But that's all it comes with. That's it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. Not bad. All right. So let's open this piece of paper and see what it says. How to use your Amish-style yarn Swift. Step 1, make sure you have all the parts. 2 pieces of the base. Okay, this is the base. 2 yarn holding bars. I guess that's okay. Yarn holding bars. And 4 long pegs and 1 short peg. So we have all the pieces. Step 2, put 2 pieces of the base together and insert the short peg into the hole into the center of the base. Okay, that's easy. So here's 1, here's 2. So they're saying put these 2 together like so, like that. And we're going to use the short dowel. Do they call it stick? No, peg. Okay. So we will use what they're using, peg. So it looks like there's no hole on the bottom, so it's not going to come out of the top. Very nice. So it sits in there like that. And then step 3 is put the 2 pieces of yarn holding bars together and slide it into the short peg on the top of the base. Insert the long pegs onto the holes of the yarn holding bars. Okay, so what they're saying is put these 2 together with the holes facing up. So you want all the holes on the same side. And then we're going to sit this like so, like that, right? And insert the long pegs onto the holes of the yarn holding bars. So first reaction here, there's a bit of a weeble wobble here. Maybe that's intentional. It's okay. And I have to show you this. On the 1 bar here, there's measurements. It begins at 30 inches and it goes all the way to 72 inches. So that's very interesting. So I think what we're going to do here, let me see. I'm going to pull this out for example, for an example. So let's just pop this off here. This is, what is this? This is 52% wool, 10% cashmere, 38% polyester. It's very, very soft. It's a DK weight yarn. Actually, no, it's a fingering weight yarn. 270 meters. The recommended sweater needle, 3.5 millimeter. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and do this. So I don't know if there's a way to figure that out, but I guess I'll choose one. 54 inches. So we're going to go 4 holes. Let me just show you guys this. I'm going to go 4 holes from the center here, and I'm going to do that all the way around. 4, 4, 4, and 4. All right. So I'm going to place this on the Swift, just to get a measurement first. All right, so let me show you. I'm going to angle you down just so you can see what I see. Let's tilt you down. There we go. Slide you back. There we go. Okay, so I'm curious. What if I go back one peg on each side here? Well, honestly, it looks like it's going to be too tight. Or does that matter? I don't know. Maybe it's best if I don't overstretch it and just keep it like this. But something's telling me I need to relax the yarn first. So I'm not experienced with preparing hanks for a Swift. I do know that it should be loose. I've seen people swat like this. I don't know if I want to do that. But I will pull up some YouTube videos to figure out like the proper techniques and things. But yeah, I love this colorway. Isn't that nice? Super, super nice. Okay. So there is that. Now I have 3 hanks that need to be caked up. But what I may do is practice with this one, and once I get this, then I'll do a video and show you the proper techniques. But I really don't want to show you guys the wrong way. So I know how to do the umbrella Swift and what that involves, but this with the pegs and all the things, when I prepare my hanks on the umbrella Swift, I sit it there and then I just do this. I separate my yarn. Maybe it's the same way. It should be, right? Oops. Okay. I have to get used to the weeble wobble. For those of you guys who have this, if you have a tabletop Swift, is this normal to have the weeble wobble like this? I'm curious to know. Please sound off in the comments and tell me. I like how it's not, you know, resistant to, let me see. Yeah, this is nice. My umbrella Swift, I have to use beeswax because of the, you know, it's not like this. This is nice. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so I'm going to place this on a brief pause one more time. I'm going to pull the whip out and we're going to do a little whipping it with Juan session. All right, 1 second. I'll readjust the camera and all the things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this long, 47 minutes in. You guys are troopers. 1 second. Okay, everyone, I am back. Thank you so much for still hanging out with me. Now, this portion of the video is going to be the whipping it with Juan. So I have my luck of the draw blanket here, thanks to a few friends of the channel. They have helped me source the yarn I need to finish my luck of the draw. I really wanted to see this to the complete end because it features some really beautiful yarn. So the yarn here is Big Twist Vortex yarn in 5 different colorways. And I am separating the colors with 2 rounds of white. This is the perfectly squared granny square. I do have the tutorial on my channel for this, for both left and right-handed crocheters. So what happens is every Thursday, Trisha, her channel name is Mama Swift. She is the one who is hosting Luck of the Draw. This is Luck of the Draw number 10. And so every Thursday she draws numbers out of a cup. And I use the number to the yarn here. So I've assigned numbers to the yarns. And so like this one here is my number 1. And this one here is called Beachy Splash. And each one of these cakes here is 328 yards, 5.29 ounces. It's 150 grams at 300 meters. So very, very nice. They suggest a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using a 6 millimeter hook. So Beachy Splash. And let me see here. This one here is my number 5. This is my number 5. And this colorway here is called Super Bloom. Very, very nice. I love the colors in this. Gorgeous. I've shown these a few times, but it's so nice. Let's just keep showing them. This is my number 3. And let's see, this is called Starstruck. Now this is one of my favorites out of the cluster of colors here. And this one here is called Neon Rainforest. I've come to really enjoy this colorway here. Very, very nice. Yep, very bold and vibrant. And this one here is my number 2. By the way, this one is my number 4. This is my number 2, and this one here is called Northern Lights. Beautiful yarn. Anyway, Wendy, a friend of the channel, helped me source the cakes that I need to finish. So I'm running very, very low on Beachy Splash, as you could see, and Super Bloom. And as you just saw, this one here is Northern Lights. So I still have 3 more weeks left of Luck of the Draw number 10. It runs for 10 weeks. I am working on week number 7. So I'm finishing up 7 with 2 rounds of white. And then we have 8, 9, and 10. So yes, these are the 3 colorways I felt like I'm gonna run out of first. Hopefully I won't run out of anything, but yeah, there's that. Here's the yarn. I'm using a 6mm US letter J prim hook. Really love this hook. And then Fran, another friend of the channel, swapped some yarn with me. Traded. Swapped. So on my Facebook group, Juan the Yarn Addict and Friends, every Saturday we have Yarn Swap Saturday. So if you're in need of yarn and you have something to swap out, yeah, we swap. And I'm no exception. So I put a call out there. I needed the white and I needed the big twist. And so with Wendy's help, I have this. And with Fran's help, I have this. And so we traded white for me, cyan for her. So 2 and 2. This is all the white I have in stash, by the way. Prior to this, this was all I had in stash. So that's very nice. And Wendy also sent my mom some yarn. And so Wendy sent 2 skeins of white. And just because Fran sent me the 2 skeins here, I gave those 2 skeins to my mom. So now my mom has some white as well. Because I think with what I have here, it's going to be just enough to finish this blanket. Now, originally, this was supposed to be for Boggy Creek, but I'm beyond Boggy Creek size at this point because I miscalculated, and I didn't want to rip any of this out. I want to keep it as it is, and so now it's going to be for the house, and I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely in love with this. So this is definitely going to be for the guest bedroom. And I'll put it on the bed after, of course, I wash and dry it. But yeah, I'm very proud of the fact that for once I didn't give up on it. I could have just said, you know, it's 40 inches, we're done. And by all accounts, I would have been done after week number 6. But yeah, I'm going to see this all the way to the end because for once, and listen, Big Twist is really good yarn as of late. I spoke about this when I started my channel a year and a half ago, that I wasn't a fan of Big Twist because it was very splitty. Well, they've improved the quality of their yarn. Unfortunately, they're closing. And to add insult to injury, I believe, in my very humble opinion, that this Vortex yarn is some of their best yarn. Like, yes, this is some of their best quality yarn. And it's very unfortunate that they gave us such good quality yarn right before they closed, because it is going to be very difficult to get your hands on this. I've seen on eBay where one skein is going for between $15 to $18 a skein, or a cake, I'm sorry. One cake, 14 something to 18 something. It's ridiculous. I mean, the yarn is good, but come on. That's just people taking advantage of a situation, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. I said to myself, as long as I have one project with this yarn, I'm happy. Now, I do have another colorway, Starstruck. I have a sleeve of it, and I'm going to hold on to it until it tells me what it wants to become. I have full intentions on using it because it is really good yarn. If you have this yarn and you've worked with it, I'm sure you would agree with me. It's really, really good yarn. It reminds me of Big Twist Roll With It Melange, but like softer. So yes, if that gives you any sense of what this is like, it's very, very nice yarn. And you know, there are people paying. They're paying $14 to $18 a cake for this vortex. I mean, I would not do that. There's no way. There's no way I would pay that kind of money for a cake of yarn unless it actually began singing to me and it began telling me all the things I would need that cake to tell me how my day tomorrow is going to be. For that kind of money for a cake, it would have to tell me all the things. Not just do all the things, it would have to tell me all the things. So anyway, I'm just, like I said, I'm glad that I have it. I'm glad that, you know, I have friends in the yarny community that is more than willing to help me out. And, you know, the yarn swap with Wendy was supposed to be a thing, but she said no. The swap for her would be her being able to see my project to completion. I mean, by all accounts, I don't know. I appreciate that very, very much. But I'm glad that there's very helpful people out there willing to help me. So if Joann's was still open fully and not on its way to closing, I'm sure I would have just waited it out until, why am I doing a treble? I can tell you why I'm doing a treble. I have a WIP over there that is an entire blanket of trebles. And so I was working on that this morning and I just did it again. I just did it again. I have to focus. Every single stitch is a treble. And I finally got the hang of it where I'm not getting snagged. So Trisha, Mama Swift, I reached out to her and I said, listen, I know that you can relate to me when, you know, I have issues with, you know, the trebles and things. I said, this was a while ago. I said, I'm having a hard time with the trebles. And she said to me, practice makes perfect. Just keep practicing. And I'm like, but I don't really like the stitch, and just keep practicing. And so, you know, I was resistant to her advice. And then I just said to myself, you know, I'm going to take her advice. I'm just going to make a blanket all in trebles so that I can just get it all out of my system. Just practice, practice, practice. So I actually have it here. I'm going to show it to you guys. Hold on. Field trip. Here it is. So this is my trebles blanket, all in trebles, and I mean, it's not bad. This is all vintage solid yarns. Now this is the yarn that I got from Facebook Marketplace, that entire bag for $10. I caked it up during midnight stitches, and here we are. I'm doing a trebles blanket, and I love, love, love how loose and drapey it is, but yet it still has that structure of a perfect square. I love it. I mean, it's still not my favorite stitch, but it's tolerable. I mean, I'm getting all the practice in. I'm not getting caught up anymore, and she was absolutely right. She was like, just keep practicing, Juan. And yeah, I just have to listen to those who have many, many more stitching miles, you know, in their hands than me. And so I took heed to her advice, and I made this project here. And by all accounts, this is my second one. I made another one, but it had other stitches in it. So I said, you know, this one here has trebles in it, but let me do an entire blanket in all trebles. And so that would make a great springtime throw, or like even a summer throw, where it's very loose and holy and like it's not too hot. Yes, so that's giving me inspiration. It's giving me ideas and all the things. So I may come up with something for the channel to throw together in the warmer months just to have it, you know? Anyway, for this project here, as I mentioned before, I need 2 rounds of white before putting on my next round. So Trisha drew week number 8. This is week number 7, this color here. So she drew week number 8. I'm going to have to put that color on here and then do 2 more rounds of white so that I'm ready for week number 9. I have 3 more days. I have 3 more days to get these 2 rounds of white on, and then the 3 rounds of color. And then she'll draw the next number. And the great thing about it is that she's not allowing the numbers to repeat back to back. So this color here, I forget the number, but the way she's doing it, this color will not be back to back, which I'm very thankful for, you know, because I almost ran out of the yarn. So I was like, am I going to play yarn chicken with this, or am I going to be okay? I'm not sure. But fortunately for me, I had enough to finish the week. But see, I said to myself, all right, so this is week 7. Week 8, it's not going to repeat. But what happens if she pulls this color for week 9? That's definitely not enough. So that's why I have this. And then with me being further out, it's going to require more yarn to finish the rounds. So these 2 colors right here are right here. So just in time. Now, the only color that I think I'm going to be okay with, actually the 2 colors, are Starstruck and Neon Rainforest. I have enough of these 2 colorways to finish if the number gets pulled. So the concern was these 3 colors, and Wendy came through for me. So I know I said thank you, Wendy, but saying it again, thank you once again. All right. So I'm just going to take it to the corner. I mean, by all accounts, this blanket at this point is pretty substantial, considering I've been making boggy blankets all the time for all the days. Anything larger than a boggy blanket is substantial in my book at this point. Anything for the kids, you know? So it's why I buy all this yarn. Like, a lot of people ask me, okay, fine, yes, I'm a yarn addict. I love all the yarn. I love all the things. But I get all of these happy colors for the kids. You know, it's kind of the reason why I'm inspired with all of the bright and happy colors, because, you know, my favorite color is aubergine. I love the darker colors. So the wine, the aubergine, the deep dark greens, you know, I just love those jewel tones, but dark. And so I have all the happy bright colors for the kids. So I'm on a mission to just make as many Boggy Creek blankets as I can while still doing all the things for my channel, which include all the things. Which include, but are not limited to, all the things. Anyway, I'm almost at the end here. And while I get to the end here, I'll just repeat what I've said in the beginning. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbie. They're free. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. That is free as well. It doesn't cost you a single cent to subscribe to my channel. I provide content 7 days a week. Some videos are long, some videos are short. I keep it interesting for sure. I go live. I bring my mom on the channel when she's wanting to come. Yes, my channel is just a total fun situation. We do all the things. So again, if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would definitely appreciate that. And of course, share the video. Tell all your friends. I do have this goal. As of the date of this video, I'm approaching 37K. So anything you guys can do to help me get there, I would definitely appreciate it, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys go. With that, you guys have a great, great day, afternoon, night, evening, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, take care. Bye.